Right now we're seeing a pretty significant increase in the e-commerce based tenancies, guys looking for highly mechanized, fully conveyed systems inside buildings. So companies are spending a lot of money on the interior fit out of these larger buildings. They vary in size though. They're not just all monsters like the 1,000,008 Skechers building in Moreno Valley. Some of them are 800,000 feet, some of them are 600,000 square feet. But the one thing they have in common is some kind of multi-channel, omni-channel distribution and logistics format. So this e-commerce trend is really affecting Southern California big box right now, and we're seeing all the different organizations retool their supply chain, how they set up their network for distributing their product. And that's breeding new activity, some new design features for some of the buildings, and frankly, forcing us to think about our business on a long-term basis where we have huge capital investment in these buildings to accommodate this new model of distribution.
We're seeing tenant demand being driven by e-commerce, by the food and beverage sector, by consumer non-durables, and by manufacturing, as well as by 3PLs and distribution companies. Really, all the companies except for e-commerce are looking at spaces that are roughly under 500,000 square feet on average. E-commerce, on the other hand, are really looking across the gamut. They're looking at mega fulfillment centers in upwards of 1 million square feet, all the way down to small urban logistics type spaces. And we're really seeing demand on an upswing in markets in the Northeast like New Jersey, Philadelphia, as well as in the Midwest like Chicago and St. Louis.
So we're seeing a big demand by our occupier clients for the big box space, which we think about as being 400, 500,000 square feet on up in the major markets. And I think that makes a lot of sense given where we are in the economy. But it's my opinion that as freight rates go up and as the economy improves, there's going to be a greater demand in the second tier markets as companies try to mitigate the increasing cost of transportation. But right now we're seeing occupiers really locking in on Class A, large, big box space in those major markets and big population centers.